I have all of these little yarn scraps left over from my bubble blanket, which I just finished. And I hated to throw them away because look, they're just so pretty. They're so colorful. So I thought I might put them on something, and I decided I would try to put them on the cover of this journal. I don't know how this is going to work or if it's going to work, but I'm going to try. I sanded the cover lightly just to take off some of the sheen and maybe help these stick better. And now I probably should protect my pages. And I guess I'm just going to glue it on with some, I'm going to use this. This is a weird little adhesive. It is Mod Podge Super Gloss Brilliant One Coat Gloss Finish. It is made mostly for hard surfaces. Use on any hard craft surface, like for furniture. It's water resistant and all of that. Okay, so I actually have been using it on paper, which is very porous and not a hard surface. And it gives some really interesting texture to the paper. Not really texture, it just makes it feel kind of like, kind of plasticky. You find like these flowers, it just gives it a really peculiar, soft, glossy, plasticky feel. Anyway, I'm going to try that because that's what was sitting right in front of me. So that is what made my decision. Okay? Okay. I think I'm just going to brush it on. It doesn't really dry fast, so I think I'm going to have time to spread my little yarns on there. Okay, how's that? I think that's good. Alright, now I'm just gonna kind of do this, I guess. I know lots of people use these little yarn scraps to make a little thing in their yard, you know, for birds to use for their nesting material. I suppose I could have done that, but it's October. You know, the birds are packed up and gone. And I would have had to wait until the spring or whenever they come back. And I'm just not into that waiting thing. I don't know about y'all, but yeah, when I get something in my head to do, I want to do it right then. It's raining here today. We're having a rain fallout from that ginormous hurricane that hit Mexico. Now, can I get some more of this on top without completely goofing everything up? I don't know. Well, you ever start into something and you know you get just far enough in to where you're kind of committed, there's no going back, and then you think to yourself, this probably wasn't the best idea. That's kind of where I'm at right now. But I'm sort of locked in, so I'm going to keep going. Okay, well, that is interesting, I guess. I'm going to let this dry. It's probably going to take it all day. But yeah, I'm just going to leave it alone. Let it dry, see what happens, and then we will come back and take a look and see what we need to do to fix it. You can tell I'm not real confident with this process, but you never know. You know, surprising things happen. So, okay, we'll see. We'll be back. So I glued all of these little scraps of yarn onto this journal cover, thinking it would just make a cool textured cover, and it's textured alright, but it just looks like a bunch of wet yarn that was smashed down, which is basically what it is. And I find that I'm not happy that it looks like what it is, so I need to do something. I don't know what. I've got my twinkling H2Os out. I was painting some flowers earlier, so I thought maybe I would paint my yarn with them and see what happens. Okay, I glued it on, remember, with I think this stuff, this Mod Podge stuff, so I'm going to be painting over it. And it generally doesn't like to be painted over with watercolor type paints, but that's okay. We're going to ignore what it wants and just do what we want. And I think what I'll do is just use the color that's already there and go over it with some twinkle colors. Let's see if that helps anything. I don't know. It might just make the whole situation worse. I'm not sure. But we won't know till we try, right? And then if it doesn't make it look better, then I can just acrylic paint over the whole thing so I can keep the texture effect and then do whatever color I want, right? Right. I don't know if this is really going to do what I'm wanting it to do, because I really don't know what I'm wanting it to do. I just want it to look not like wet yarn, and this might actually just make it worse. But it'll be sparkly wet yarn, and somehow that's better. I don't know what I'm thinking sometimes. Alright, well, I'm just going to keep going with it. Okay, actually, I think this is helping. This is making it look more like I had envisioned in my head. And, alright, I'm going to let that dry, probably overnight, and then see what it looks like tomorrow. But yeah, I'm definitely liking it better now. Okay, be back tomorrow. Well, come to find out, it didn't need to dry overnight. It dried. And I even put another coat of that clear Mod Podge glossy sealer stuff over it, and I really like it. It came together. It looks more sculptural now instead of just like a wet blob that it did look like. But I'm going to add some of these rub-ons, metallic rub-ons. They're kind of like a non-toxic version of Rub and Buff type stuff, just to kind of highlight some of these areas, bring them out. I think that will look kind of cool. Can you tell the difference where I've done it down here and I've not up here? Yeah, I like it. It just brings out the texture. more. Okay, how's that? Too much glare? Well, you'll just have to trust me. I like it. I think it looks pretty darn good. Okay, in fact, I might just call it pretty much done. After I get through proofing on it some more. Because it's not done until it's overdone. Okay. Yeah, walk away, Shannon, walk away. Alright. Alright, there we go. Journal cover made with scraps of yarn from a crochet project with some glossy Mod Podge stuff and some twinkling H2Os and some ancient mini metallic rub-ons. So, there we have it. The end.